It's time for Starfinder Episode 3 as Keskadai.
Starfinder, Dead Suns. Episode 3, Ghost Ship. Estimated playtime, 90 minutes.
You have the following items: battle staff, laser pistol, second skin, datapad, 6 healing serums, greater healing serum, data transmitter, rotating pistol, and data drive. You have 3 level 1 spell slots and 3 healing channel charges available to use.
A few days ago, you and Raya were clearing goblin scavengers out of maintenance corridors and trying to get in good with the Starfinder Society. Then the undead Ambassador Nor hired you to investigate a derelict spaceship and its mysterious asteroid cargo as part of the ongoing dispute between Astral Extractions and the Hardscrabble Collective. And suddenly, here you are, investigating a quarantined starship, accompanied by an android mercenary who was originally hired to kill you. It's enough to make your head spin. You've come a long way since your days as a church acolyte on Verces, and your recent adventures for the Starfinders have given you ample opportunity to learn more about using Pharasma's magic in the field. Congratulations, Keskadai. You are now a second-level mystic.
Yeah!
You have 24 maximum hit points and increased proficiency in culture, interaction, medicine, mysticism, perception, and technology. You can also learn one of the following new spells. Reflecting Armor converts the next attack that would damage you into arcs of energy that rebound and strike your attacker. The Fear spell unlocks an enemy's deepest nightmares, reducing their combat effectiveness or even causing them to try and flee. Similar to Mind Thrust, the Fear spell is not effective against mindless combatants like robots and zombies. Do you choose Reflecting Armor or the Fear spell?
That's very important about the Fear spell. And we're going to be facing some robots soon, so we don't want that. Reflecting Armor is what we want, and it's actually really good.
You have learned Reflecting Armor. Raya is now a second-level Technomancer. She has learned the spell Magic Missile, and can cast 4 spells a day instead of 3.
Nice!
Yeah.
As you advance through the airlock into the abandoned spaceship, Raya peers uncertainly into the gloom, looking less confident than you've ever seen her.
Alright, let's figure out what the hell happened on this ship. We're currently all the way aft. I suspect we'll need to make our way forward to the bridge if we want answers.
She turns and seals the Acreon's airlock behind you.
Just in case. Don't want anything creeping in or out while we're exploring.
From the look she gives you, it's clear her words apply to Clara 247 as much as any horrors the ship might harbor. But the android mercenary takes no notice.
How do you feel about entering the ghost ship? Do you share Raya's caution? Are you excited? Or are you not sure?
Excited. I want adventure, man.
You shoot Raya an optimistic smile.
I mean, a ghost ship? Crawling with monsters? Literally crawling on the hull? Oh, what could go wrong?
Hey, Greenie. Less chatter, all right? Eyes and ears open.
You take the suggestion, straining your senses.
Rolling for perception check. 8 plus 10 perception bonus is 18.
Nice.
From somewhere farther down the corridor, around a corner and out of sight, comes the faint sounds of movement.
What was that?
Shut up!
With terse gestures, Clara signals for you to advance stealthily down the corridor. She hangs back, letting you take the lead, and as you reach the corner, you peer cautiously around it. Bullet holes, scorch marks, and blood mar the walls and floor of the corridor. A monstrous void stalker crouches in the center, its mane of tentacles floating eerily, as if unaffected by the ship's artificial gravity. The creature is casually gnawing on a small body, clad in a spacesuit. The creature's head suddenly whips around, glowing yellow eyes boring into you. It drops the corpse and leaps, fangs bared. As the creature charges forward, it hits the wall of the corridor and continues up it, loping horizontally along the wall in casual defiance of gravity.
Rolling for initiative. 2 plus 2 initiative bonus, plus 5 prepared, is 9. Rolling for the other combatants.
Oh.
Clara fires her
Oh.
autocannon at the Void Stalker.
We got to go first.
This is where I put you down.
2 damage. The Void Stalker is hardly injured at all, then Clara takes cover. The Void Stalker advances 30 feet, then launches itself towards you.
Oh, fuck.
6 damage.
Ow!
You have 18 hit points remaining. Raya advances 30 feet, then swings her tactical baton at the Void Stalker.
Oh.
Unacceptable!
Clara is taking cover, 30 feet behind you, and the Void Stalker and Raya are within arm's reach. You fall back 30 feet. To end your turn, do you fire at the Void Stalker?
No, fuck that.
You quickly take cover. Clara fires her autocannon at the Void Stalker.
And that's why I make the big credits.
1 damage.
God damn it, Clara.
The Void Stalker is minorly wounded. The Void Stalker launches itself towards Raya. 7 damage.
Ow.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Raya is injured. Raya swings her tactical baton at the Void Stalker.
Oh, you like that, don't you? Take this! Haha!
3 damage. The Void Stalker is minorly wounded, then Raya takes cover. Clara is next to you, and Raya is taking cover, 30 feet ahead. And the Void Stalker is 30 feet ahead.
Fire.
Rolling for attack. 18, plus 3 attack bonus, is 21. Rolling for damage. 5. The Void Stalker is wounded. Do you stay in cover? Or advance? You remain behind cover. Clara fires her autocannon at the Void Stalker.
That's how it's done, Greenie.
2 damage.
Fuck, Clara! You suck!
The Void Stalker is hurt and visibly slowing down. The Void Stalker lunges fangs first towards Raya. 8 damage.
Ow!
This is getting serious.
Raya is severely injured. Raya uses a greater healing serum. Raya is injured but not slowing down. Clara is next to you, and Raya is taking cover. Rolling for attack. 14, plus 3 attack bonus, is 17. Rolling for damage. 2.
God damn it!
The Void Stalker is seriously wounded. Do you stay in cover? You remain behind cover. Clara fires her autocannon at the Void Stalker.
Not so tough now.
3 damage.
Fuck, Clara!
The Void Stalker
Do
is
some real
seriously wounded.
damage!
The Void Stalker lunges at Raya.
No! Why do you keep hitting her?
Time to
Oh,
teach
because
you
she's
some
right there because
manners.
she won't move back.
Raya
She's
swings
a
her
fucking
tactical
idiot.
baton at the Void Stalker.
Raya pisses me off so
Take
much.
that! And that!
1 damage.
Oh my god!
The Void Stalker is severely injured. Clara is next to you, and Raya is
Can't fucking damage this thing very well.
rolling for attack.
So frustrating.
12, plus 3 attack bonus, is 15. Rolling for damage. 2.
Really?
The Void Stalker is in very bad condition. Do you stay in cover? You stay in cover. Clara fires her autocannon at the Void Stalker.
Pay attention, kid. You might learn something.
1 damage.
Jesus!
The Void Stalker is in very bad condition. The Void Stalker tries to bite Raya. 8 damage.
God damn.
Raya is heavily injured. Raya swings her tactical baton at the Void Stalker.
God damn it, Raya!
Ridiculous!
Clara is next to you. Raya is taking cover, 30 feet ahead.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm not healing you.
Keskadai, a quick question before rolling for
Fucking
attack.
dumb.
If you'd like to speed things up, you can turn on fast mode, where I will skip the dice roll details and jump to the outcome. Would you like to turn on fast mode?
No.
Okay, fast mode not enabled. Rolling for attack. 16, plus 3 attack bonus, is 19. Rolling for damage. 3.
That should be enough. Yes!
The Void Stalker is
Good,
defeated.
nobody died. Even though Raya's a dumbass. Move back, you dumb bitch.
Progress saved. 15% complete.
The Void Stalker lies sprawled at your feet, eyes dark and powerful limbs limp. Clear fluid leaks from its wounds, pooling with blood from the small humanoid corpse. Clara nudges the fallen predator with a toe.
Well, aren't you an ugly little beastie?
Across the junction, Raya stares down at the corpse in the spacesuit. Noor's drone floats closer to record the gory scene.
Do you study the Void Stalker? Or examine the humanoid corpse?
Examine the humanoid corpse first.
You crouch over the spacesuited corpse.
Time to test your medical capabilities. The medicine skill represents your ability to treat a number of different types of wounds and ailments. Rolling for medicine check. 9, plus 5 medicine bonus, is 14.
Ooh.
Your training as a priest of the Lady of Graves has given you plenty of experience with corpses in all states of dismemberment and decay. But even without that expertise, this one would be easy enough to identify. Though the small body has been thoroughly gnawed, the green flesh, makeshift spacesuit, and shreds of one batwing ear tell you that this was once a goblin. Raya frowns.
What was a goblin doing out here? The Hardscrabble Collective wouldn't have had one on their crew, would they?
You're not sure about that, but it's pretty clear that the monster that attacked you was the same thing that killed this goblin. All of the corpse's wounds look to have been made by teeth and claws. The smashed laser pistol, still clutched in the goblin's hand, seems likely responsible for the burns on the walls. But that still leaves the corridor's bullet holes unaccounted for. You hold a hand over the mess of the goblin's face and draw the spiral of pharasma in the air, saying a prayer to escort the creature's spirit to great beyond. You then turn and bless the monster as well, explaining to Chick-Chick that even brute beasts deserve the lady's love.
Hey, aren't you gonna search Mr. Splatterpants' pockets?
You gingerly do so. In addition to a few shiny bolts, a twist of wire, and a half-eaten packet of pickle chips, you find a fistful of cred sticks.
Whoa.
Clara leans over your shoulder and grabs the cred sticks, then starts scanning their balances.
I don't know how our splattered friend here got a hold of these, but I'd bet my shiny synthetic butt they're stolen. Either he looted the ship after it was abandoned, or he snagged them from his crewmates and made a run for it. Either way, the whole point of cred sticks is that they're anonymous, which means this money is ours now. Here, everybody gets a fair cut.
Raya eyes the small drone floating above your heads. Clara taps the cred sticks against yours and Raya's, transferring the funds.
Credit balance increased to 575. Do you study the Void Stalker? Or keep moving?
You wave Raya over and begin investigating the Void Stalker's corpse. Its translucent flesh is shockingly heavy, filled to bursting with blue-gray muscle. You've always known that Raya had a passion for xenobiology, but you've never had a chance to see that side of her in action. She uses her gauntlet computer to scan the creature, taking samples of fluids and tissue.
Just as I thought. It's a Void Stalker. They're void-adapted predators. They live on asteroids and comets and things, hibernating for centuries until they encounter other creatures. Since they live mostly in vacuum, they don't need to breathe. And cold doesn't hurt them at all. Fire can technically damage them, but they're pretty resistant to it as well. Huh. This is interesting, though. They're deathly allergic to salt water. Or not really allergic, more like they're really susceptible to osmosis, and the salt pulls all the water from their cells, causing them to... Well, it's not pretty. It's basically like if I sprayed you with acid. Aren't you glad you brought an academic? Now then, anybody have any salt?
The three of you look blankly at each other.
Oh well. So, what now? Let's take a quick break and recharge.
Raya is restored to 18 hit points. You are restored to your maximum of 24 hit points. Raya takes a healing serum and is now fully healed. Progress saved. 20% complete.
Poor Raya, she got her ass
The
beat.
gory corridor terminates in a junction. Two bulkheads, one leading port side, the other starboard, are sealed with heavy vacuum-rated doors. Raya uses a holoprojector in her gauntlet to bring up a wireframe ship schematic.
If this ship follows the standard layout for this model, both of these doors should lead to cargo holds and then continue on to the rest of the ship. No idea what's in them, no?
Probably cargo.
Right. Very helpful.
Clara walks up and inspects each door, placing her ear against them and motioning for you to be quiet.
I can't tell anything about the port door, but the starboard one is too quiet. Might not have atmosphere.
Interesting. My scan shows that the ship-wide air barrier system is operating below specification, but it should still prevent full decompression between compartments with and without atmosphere.
Which cargo hold do you investigate first? Do you take the port door? Or the quiet starboard door?
We're gonna go with the port door. I don't remember if this matters or not.
You move
It probably
toward the
does.
port door. Its thick metal nearly identical to the starboard door, save for a different pattern of scratches and dents. Clara and Raya take up positions just behind you, weapons raised. You key the door, and it slides open smoothly. The cargo hold has large external pressure doors, thankfully closed, and a smaller crew-sized door leading forward, as well as the door leading back to the ship's entrance corridor. The bay contains a balloon-wheeled mining vehicle the size of a ground car, with several large drills mounted on a robot arm behind its cockpit. Other heavy machinery attachments and hand tools line the walls on magnetic racks near a workbench. A control panel on the far wall has been smashed, its screen dark.
Rolling for perception check.
Ooh, fun.
3 plus 10 perception bonus is 13.
Huh. No ambassadorial packages here. Come on. I wonder if I can get that panel working.
The three of you step inside the bay.
I don't know if that
Suddenly the door
perception check
behind you
works.
slams shut. A familiar whine announcing
I don't
the
think
activation
so.
of a powerful magnetic lock. You are trapped.
Hey!
The rover! It's active!
The rover's headlights blaze to life, illuminating the bay and the machine's empty cockpit. The robotic arm rotates around, seeming to track your movements as the drill whirs to life.
It's a trap!
The drill arm stabs out at Raya, who ducks back behind a coolant tank.
Who's controlling it?
Who cares? Just kill it!
The bay is too small for you to escape the range of the rover's telescoping drill arm, and all doors are sealed tight. You quickly evaluate your options. You could try to fight the machine outright, or ask Raya to hack the doors so you can escape.
Do you fight? Or ask Raya to hack the doors?
Nah, we gotta fight it because, well, you'll see.
Rolling for initiative. 12 plus 2 initiative bonus, minus 5 surprised, is 9. Rolling for
Oh,
the
yep,
other
the
combatants.
perception check did not work.
Clara fires her autocannon at the rover.
Oh, but we still got to go first. You all.
Not so tough now!
8 damage.
Oh, thank you for not doing
The
shitty
rover is
damage
wounded,
this time.
then Clara takes cover. Raya advances 30 feet. Clara is next to
Raya!
you, and Raya and the rover are 30 feet ahead. To start your turn, do you fire at the rover? Or take cover?
Why did you do that? This is the same dumb shit you did before.
Rolling for attack. 5 plus 3 attack bonus is
Well,
8.
that sucks.
Miss. To end your turn, do you take
Take
cover?
cover.
You quickly get behind cover. The rover swings its drilling arm towards Raya.
Oh, nice try, buddy.
Clara fires her autocannon at the rover.
Stand still!
Really?
Raya advances 30 feet. Clara is next
What
to
the
you.
crap,
and Raya
Raya?
and the rover are 30 feet ahead. You are behind cover. Keskadai, do you fire at the rover? Or rolling for attack. 8 plus 3 attack bonus is 11.
Dude.
Miss. Do you stay in?
This is bullshit.
You stay in
You got
cover.
Raya trying to
The
get
rover swings
closer,
its drilling arm towards
even
Raya.
though she can't. Ooh! Ow!
Critical hit, 16 damage. Raya is in very bad condition. Clara fires her autocannon at the rover.
Good. I hope you fucking get knocked unconscious again.
This is
Bitch,
where I
you're
put you
fucking
down.
stupid.
5 damage. The rover is heavily injured. Raya advances 30 feet. Clara is next
Yeah,
to you.
die.
And Raya and the
You
rover
are
30 feet
dumb. Why are you doing that?
rolling for attack. 19 plus 3 attack bonus is 22. Rolling for damage. 4. The rover is seriously wounded.
Oh my god.
Do you stay in cover? Or advance? You stay in cover. The rover tries to smash Raya.
Bye,
7
Raya.
damage.
Fuck off. You are useless.
Raya falls unconscious. Clara fires her autocannon at the rover.
That's how it's done, Greenie.
4 damage. The rover is unable to survive much longer. Clara is next to you, and the rover is 30 feet ahead.
Fire! Oh my god, can you please die already?
Rolling for attack. 9 plus 3 attack bonus is 12.
God.
Miss. Do you stay in cover? Or advance?
This fight is ridiculous.
You stay in cover. The rover
It
advances
doesn't have
30
to be.
feet, then slams its drill towards you.
Ah, you didn't have her to
10
beat up on
damage.
anymore, so you...
You have 14 hit points remaining.
Jesus!
Clara fires her autocannon at the rover.
Oh, come on!
Maybe I need to eat something.
It's really late. I need
Clara and the rover
probably
are
need
within
something
arm's
to eat.
reach. You are behind cover.
Okay.
Rolling for attack. 17 plus 3 attack bonus is 20. Rolling for damage.
Thank you.
6.
Oh, well, that... Where was that earlier?
The rover is defeated.
Rude. Oh my god. That was so dumb.
Congratulations. You earned the Sidekick Killer 3x award for allowing an ally to be knocked out 3 times.
Well, she's
Keep playing
goddamn
to
useless.
discover more awards.
With a final whine of servos and crackle of damaged capacitors, the rover dies, its lights going dark and drill arm falling limp. The stink of burnt wiring drifts out from its engine compartment.
Raya slowly gains consciousness and flashes you a weak smile.
Triune servers. That was close.
You take a moment to rest and recover from your injuries.
Raya is restored to 11 hit points. You are restored to your maximum of 24 hit points. Raya downs a couple healing serums. And is now fully healed. Progress saved. 30% complete.
Yeah, I'm not giving you any...
Congratulations. You earned the Rise of the Machines award for defeating the mining robot. Keep playing
I'm
to
not
discover
giving
more
you any
awards.
healing serums, bitch.
The vehicle sits dead in the middle of the bay.
What should we do? I could try to investigate the rover's systems and see why it attacked us, or we could search the place. Or we could just keep moving.
Do you search the cargo bay? Or examine the rover?
Examine the rover. Oh my god, I cannot freaking type.
Raya jumps into the rover's frame and slides a slim cable into the control panel.
All right, Mr. Rover. Let's see what made you go all murder-happy.
Raya consults her gauntlet computer.
If this thing is slaved to the ship's systems, I think Otal's codes should help. If we can trust him.
Do you trust Otal's codes? Or ask Raya to hack it without them?
Trust the codes. Whoop.
Screens light up, blazing with source code.
Aha! Now we'll see what... Oh, sparks! It's the ship's AI.
Yep.
That's who was attacking us. It looks like the crew set it to attack any living creature that wasn't one of them. It's been locked down 6 ways from sunrise. I can't even talk to it, let alone reprogram it from here. Probably not from any of the access panels either. We're gonna need to get our hands on the ship's data cores and do a hard reboot of the intelligence module. If this ship was designed following best practices, we'll find the data core pretty close to the bridge. Until then, best to assume the ship wants to kill us. Because, well, it does.
Yep.
Do you search the cargo bay? Or keep moving?
Search.
You search the bay. Aside from spare parts for the rover and a mess of worn mechanics tools, there's nothing of interest.
Nor's stuff must be in the other bay.
Progress saved. 35% complete.
You turn your attention to the door at the forward end of the cargo hold. Raya consults her holographic schematics.
These ship designs are customizable enough that I don't know what's through there, but at least it leads the right direction. At the same time, we haven't checked out the other cargo hold yet. Might be something useful there.
Like more murderous machines?
Or evidence, logs, corpses, computer access. We are here to investigate, remember?
Hey, don't get your antenna in a twist. I don't mind a little danger, and I'd much rather bring the fight to it than have it sneak up on me. You want to keep our escape route clear, that's fine by me.
She turns to you.
So what do you say, boss?
Do you investigate the other cargo bay? Or continue onward through the forward door?
Investigate.
Alright, let's do this.
The space beyond is a large cargo hold. The main bay doors are stuck partway open, explaining the lack of atmosphere and artificial gravity. Your opening of the door created a stiff breeze as air flows out into the vacuum, and swaths of cargo netting float lazily in the zero-G, failing to contain a small storm of plastic shipping crates and bulky bags. The whole area is lit only by emergency lighting, leaving large pools of darkness. And though your suit protects you from the effects of the thin air, sounds are muffled by the low pressure. In addition to the door to the entry corridor, another crew-sized door stands closed in the forward wall.
Rolling for perception check. 14 plus 10 perception bonus is 24.
Raya starts to move past you into the hold, but you thrust out your arm to stop her.
What?
She catches your expression and follows your gaze. At the far end of the chamber crouch 2 void stalkers, veiled in shadow.
Do you enter the hold and attack? Or quickly shut the door?
Try to shut the door.
You step back into the entrance corridor and shut the door.
That's it? You're just gonna shut the door and hope for the best? What if they know how to open doors, genius? They got onto this ship somehow.
Do you agree and attack? Or hope for the best and move on?
Yeah. Let's get them. We can come back. But I'd
Clara
rather
makes
not.
a fine point. You look to your companions, then key the door again. With a nod, You launch yourself into the gravityless cargo bay.
Oh, I hate this fight.
The two aliens realize they've been spotted and spring forward, claws digging into the bay walls. But you've got the drop on them. All three members of your squad hook onto footholds near the door, secure and ready to fight.
Rolling for initiative.
I usually
17
hate this
plus
fight,
2
but I
initiative
think
bonus is 19. Rolling for the other combatants.
we usually have to move in.
Raya
When I
fires
played
magic
this
missile at the first
before,
Void Stalker.
I had to move in 0G, but maybe since we're holding on.
6 damage.
Nice.
The first Void Stalker is minorly wounded, then Raya takes cover. Raya and Clara are next to you, and 2 Void Stalkers are within range, 60 feet ahead. Warning, moving in 0G is difficult and requires an athletics check.
Oh,
To start
no.
your turn, do you cast Mind Thrust? Or fire at the first Void Stalker?
Still gotta deal with 0G.
Rolling for attack. 7 plus 3 attack bonus is 10.
Oh.
Miss. To end your turn, do you take cover? Or advance? You dart behind cover. The first Void Stalker advances 60 feet. Clara fires her autocannon at the second Void Stalker.
Ooh, wouldn't want to be you.
5 damage.
Oh, so it's gonna beat up on me. Nice.
The second Void Stalker is minorly wounded, then Clara takes cover. The second Void Stalker advances 60 feet. Raya swings her tactical baton at the second Void Stalker.
That's right.
4 damage. The second Void Stalker is wounded. Raya, 2 Void Stalkers and Clara are within arm's reach. You are behind cover. Keskadai, do you swing your battle staff at the second Void Stalker? Fire at the second Void Stalker?
I'm gonna fall back, cause fuck that.
You carefully push off and float through 0G. Rolling for athletics check. 5, with no bonus, is
Ah,
5.
shit.
You exit cover and clumsily fall back 30 feet. You struggle to control your movement and become off kilter.
That was stupid.
Your next attack will take a -2 penalty unless you spend a move to get your bearings first. Do you fire at the second Void Stalker? Or take cover? You quickly get behind cover. The first Void Stalker launches itself towards Clara. 6 damage.
Ow.
Ah,
Clara is injured. Clara fires her autocannon at the first Void Stalker.
oh yeah.
6 damage. The first Void Stalker is wounded. The second Void Stalker lunges at Raya.
You think you scare me? I made it through grad school. 3 years, buddy.
Raya swings her tactical baton at the second Void Stalker.
Okay, look at that. I mean, tell me that wasn't impressive.
3 damage.
That wasn't super great. No.
The second Void Stalker is injured.
As you raise your weapon, Raya grabs your attention, pointing toward the drifting cargo netting.
Look, the cargo netting. Clara and I can keep them distracted, and you can use the net to trap them.
Do you use your turn to try and trap the Void Stalkers?
Yes.
You grab a handful of cargo netting and shove off the wall, trailing the fabric web behind you.
Rolling for athletics check. 13, with no bonus, is 13.
The cargo netting
Yes.
snags the Void Stalkers, but not quite enough to entangle them completely. The creatures tear at the thick, reinforced bands.
It's working. Keep going.
Raya and Clara are taking cover, 30 feet ahead. And 2 Void Stalkers are 30 feet ahead. You are behind cover. To remove the effect of being off kilter before your next turn, try getting your bearings. Do you get your bearings? Or stay in cover? You take a moment to orient yourself. You are no longer off kilter and will not take a penalty on your next attack. The first Void Stalker lunges fangs first towards Raya. 7 damage.
Oh, come on.
Raya is injured. Clara fires her autocannon at the first Void Stalker.
And that's why I make the big credits.
9 damage. The first Void Stalker is unable to survive much longer. The second Void Stalker launches itself towards Clara. 9 damage.
I think I'm gonna need a healing serum.
Clara is seriously wounded. Raya swings her tactical baton at the first Void Stalker.
Oh, you messed with the wrong Lashunta today.
1 damage. The first Void Stalker is in very bad condition.
Oh, that was
Do you use your turn to try and trap the Void Stalkers?
That was not good.
You grab a handful of cargo netting and shove off the wall, trailing the fabric web behind you.
Rolling for athletics check. 18, with
Yes!
no bonus, is 18.
You grab the netting in both hands and leap, sailing across the bay. As you do, the netting closes behind the monsters. They writhe and thrash, but only succeed in tangling themselves further, the ball of netting twisting tighter as it twirls in the center of the bay.
You did it!
Yay! Nobody died.
Your companions relax, lowering their weapons. The Void Stalkers rotate slowly in their net, their teeth ineffective against the dirty cargo straps. Clara drifts in for a closer look, careful to stay outside claw range.
That was neatly done. I wouldn't have thought to try to take him alive.
All right, I think it's safe to take 5, and I could use a short rest.
Raya is restored to her maximum of 20 hit points. Clara is restored to 19 hit points. Clara takes a healing serum and is now fully healed. Progress saved. 50% complete.
Oof.
So what now? Search the place? Examine the creatures? There's a control panel over there. I could log into the ship's systems, maybe try to get gravity and life support working. Or we could keep moving.
Do you search the cargo bay? Examine the creatures? Or turn on gravity and life support?
Turn on gravity and life support.
Raya pushes off and sails over to a control panel on the wall. She taps at the screen. The cargo bay doors grind the rest of the way closed.
Artificial gravity re-engaging. Please hold on.
Please hold on.
Raya lands lightly on her feet, but shakes her head, grimacing.
Oh, come on! This terminal has been totally firewalled. I can adjust gravity and life support for this bay, but that's it. The Acreon's AI doesn't want me accessing the rest of the ship's systems.
Do you search the cargo bay? Examine the creatures? Or keep moving?
Examine the creatures.
I don't think we're going to learn any more than we already have from their biology. But we Lashuntas can touch other minds sometimes. I don't just mean normal telepathy. I mean that if we focus hard enough, we can read someone's thoughts. Even animals. It's part of how the Shotulashu riders connect with their mounts back on Castrobel. I'm no expert, but I could try it on these things.
Do you ask Raya to try telepathy?
Yes, why not? See what happens.
Raya puts a hand to her temple and holds her free hand out toward the aliens. She closes her eyes, face twisting in concentration, and the creatures suddenly cease their clicking rumbles, glowing eyes turning toward her.
They're not much more than animals. Their thoughts are simple, scattered. I need to get deeper.
Oh.
It's just blood, hunger. We're awake. We're hunting. The young writhe inside us, waiting to be born.
Raya gasps and lurches backward, clutching her head. You grab her shoulder to steady her. She's shaking slightly, exhausted by the magic.
They aren't really sentient, but they're bad news. Everybody keep your distance.
Do you search the cargo bay? Or keep moving?
Search.
The three of you spread out and search the cargo bay. Shipping crates, boxes, and bags of rock samples float haphazardly. Strewn among them are tubs of nutrient paste for the food synthesizers and other supplies for interstellar travel.
Hey, look at this. I didn't find anything addressed to Ambassador Noor, but check this out.
She shows you several palm-sized shards of smooth, slightly curved green crystal. A small sampling laser lances out from Raya's gauntlet, illuminating the crystal. She bites her lip as she skims through data.
Looks like it's no qual. It looks like crystal, but it's actually one of the star metals. It's naturally resistant to magic, which makes it super valuable. It's used in all sorts of things, but especially weapons. Looks like it's generally mined from asteroids and can also be found in the cocoons of vacuum-adapted predators called Void Stalkers. Void Stalkers live on asteroids. When there's no food around, they build cocoons out of no-qual and hibernate until they sense life nearby. The crew of the Acreon must have thought they'd hit the mother lode and brought the crystals aboard, not realizing what was inside them.
So this junk is valuable?
Oh yeah, really valuable.
Well, I for one think we've more than earned them.
You pocket your share of the cracked crystal. You note that this cargo bay also has a door leading forward to the rest of the ship.
Hey, Professor, can we continue on to the rest of the ship now?
For the record, there weren't murderous machines in this cargo hold.
Congratulations, you are technically correct. Let's go.
Weapons ready, you approach the forward door.
Progress saved. 55% complete.
This large room has both gravity and life support. Narrow walkways lead between banks of robotic manipulator arms and boxy machinery, most of which look like they've been smashed or blasted apart. In one corner, a large cubicle tank full of silvery blue gel hums with electricity. A door at the forward end of the room leads on to the rest of the ship. Noor's drone floats closer to record. Clara eyes the machinery with suspicion.
Great. More robot arms.
Raya smiles tentatively.
At least someone already trashed them?
My point exactly. Why would anybody scrap the place unless they were a threat?
Rolling for science check. 18, with no bonus, is 18.
Ooh.
You notice crushed rock littering the conveyor belts and realize that this machinery must be some sort of automated refinery, designed to help the miners separate valuable metals from raw ore. You eye the melting crucibles suspiciously and warn Raya and Clara to give them a wide berth. One thing's for sure, the destruction here doesn't look like it was the work of dumb beasts.
Do you search this room for more information? Or continue onward towards the bridge?
Search.
You motion for Raya and Clara to spread out and search the room for clues as to what might have happened here.
Rolling for perception check. 19, plus 10 perception bonus, is 29.
Nice.
You examine the broken machinery, taking care to stay out of reach of the few unbroken robotic arms. Many of the arms show blast marks, as if from a laser, or dents from being hacked with sharp objects. Several also have dark, dried blood stains on their claw hands. Embedded in one mechanical panel, you find a familiar weapon. A large knife seemingly made of scrap metal and electrical tape, its blade drilled through with holes and decorated with pull tabs from drink cans. You yank it free and hold it up.
That's a dog slicer. A goblin blade. Guess we know who trashed the place.
Across the room, Raya leans in to examine the tank full of goo.
This is weird. This tank has some serious current running through its walls. Why?
As she speaks, your eye snags on a lump of beige putty near the bottom of the tank. A tiny red light embedded in its mass. You shout a warning, and Raya leaps backward.
What?
The mining charge detonates, shattering the side of the tank. Raya manages to turn her back just in time, letting her armored coat take the brunt of the transparent shrapnel. Instead of spilling out in a flood, the liquid inside the tank lurches forward in a single gelatinous cube, falling to the decking with a sizzling squelch. As you look in horror, the cube exudes several long, silvery pseudopods. It lunges toward Raya, cutting her off from the rest of the room.
Rolling for science check. 8 with no
Oh,
bonus.
my
is
science is garbage.
You've heard of oozes before, creatures like amoebas or living jelly, capable of dissolving flesh and armor, but you've never actually seen one. You wish that was still the case. Raya doubles over as the tentacle of goo slams into her stomach.
Raya takes 4 damage.
Ouch.
As you glance around the room, looking for any way to avoid going toe to glob with a pile of hungry goo, your eye falls on the heavy power conduits leading to the shattered tank. Though the lines look damaged, sparks arcing from the tank indicate they're still live. You don't know how much good ordinary weapons will do against the ooze, but given that someone bothered to electrify its holding tank, you bet a dose of heavy current would light it up just fine.
Do you attempt to electrocute it with the conduits? Or prepare to fight?
Try to electrocute it.
You dart past the ooze's lashing pseudopods and grab for one of the tank's damaged power conduits.
Rolling for technology
Oh,
check.
God.
4
No!
plus 2 technology bonus is 6.
Shit.
You snatch up a fallen robot arm and wedge it between the conduit and the floor, then haul upward with all your might. Just as you'd hoped, the line breaks free, but the live end snaps back, brushing your foot. Your entire body seethes with current.
Oopsie.
The line's safety governors cut in almost instantly as the line touches you, but almost isn't good enough. Your muscles spasm, and sparks leap between your antennae.
Rolling for fortitude save. 12 with no bonus is 12. You take 3 damage and have 21 hit points remaining. Rolling for initiative.
That could have been way worse.
7 plus 2 initiative bonus is 9. Rolling for the other combatants. Clara fires her autocannon at the ooze.
Yay.
Yes!
10 damage.
Ooh. Good job,
The
Clara.
ooze is wounded, then Clara takes cover. The ooze flows into the form of a hammer that smashes down at Raya.
Oh, shit. Ow. Uh-oh.
Critical hit, 16 damage. Raya falls unconscious.
Oh,
Clara is taking
damn.
cover, 30 feet behind you, and the ooze is within range, 60 feet ahead. To use Healing Channel on yourself and Raya, get within 30 feet of them. To start your turn, do you cast Reflecting Armor? Or fire at the ooze?
Fire.
Rolling for attack. 17 plus 3 attack bonus is 20. Rolling for damage. 6. The ooze is seriously wounded. To end your turn, do you take cover? Or move towards Raya? You quickly take cover. Clara fires her autocannon at the ooze.
Oh, wouldn't want to be you.
1 damage.
Oh, that's...
The ooze is seriously wounded. The ooze advances 60 feet. Clara is taking cover, 30 feet behind you, and the ooze is within arm's reach. You are behind cover. Keskadai, do you swing your battle staff at the ooze? Fire at the ooze? Or hide out of sight? You leave cover and fall back 30 feet. Do you fire at the ooze? Rolling for attack. 2 plus 3 attack bonus is 5. Miss. Clara fires her autocannon at the ooze.
No!
The ooze advances 30 feet, then lances itself out towards Clara.
Uh-oh.
Clara and the ooze are within arm's reach. Keskadai, do you swing your battle staff at the ooze? Rolling for attack. 15, plus 1 attack bonus, is 16. Rolling for damage. 3. The ooze is hurt and visibly slowing down. Do you move towards Ra? Or stand your ground? You stand your ground and end your turn. Clara fires her autocannon at the ooze.
God.
Oh, come on, that shot was perfect.
The ooze flings a silvery tentacle at Clara. "10 damage.
Gah!
Clara is wounded. Clara and the ooze are within arm's reach. Keskadai, do you... Rolling for attack. 20. Critical hit. Rolling for damage. 4, doubled for critical hit, is 8 damage. The ooze is barely hanging on. Do you move towards Ra? Or stand your ground? You stand your ground and end your turn. Clara fires her autocannon at the ooze.
Not so tough now.
6 damage.
Awesome. Finally.
The ooze is defeated. Raya slowly gains consciousness and flashes you a weak smile.
Whew, glad that worked out.
You pause to reload and recharge.
Raya is restored to 11 hit points. Clara is restored to her maximum of 23 hit points. You are restored to your maximum of 24 hit points. Raya downs a couple healing serums. And is now fully healed.
Calm settles over the room once more. Raya moves over to you, stepping carefully around the remains of the ooze.
Thanks for not leaving me. You could have, run back into one of the other rooms. But you stayed with me.
Hell, Greenie, I've seen worse muck in the back of my fridge. You think we're gonna let a jelly boy here turn the tables on you? Not on my watch, sister.
Right then. Let's keep moving.
Progress saved. 65% complete.
You open the forward door, revealing the ship's engineering bay. Its power core squats against the port wall, glowing ghostly blue through its shielded observation ports.
Yay.
Its control panel and protective housing have been clearly damaged, and throb with glowing technomagical energies.
We get to fix the power core.
On the forward wall is a hatch leading onward. Between you and it, a few tools and some damaged wall panels float placidly in the zero gravity. Before you can step into the room, your suit pings a warning.
Keskadai, I'm detecting radiation in a variety of electromagnetic and thaumaturgic bands that are harmful to both organic and mechanical life. Your suit should protect you against brief exposure, but try not to stay too long, or you'll cook your giblets, and my sensors.
We either need to fix this thing, or get past it as quickly as possible.
Do you try to fix the power core? Or race to the next hatch?
Oh yeah, we gotta fix it.
The three of you swing inside the room, feeling yourselves suddenly go weightless as you leave the previous chamber's artificial gravity field. Before you can do more, however, the power core suddenly thrums, its glowing blue energies blasting out across the room.
Warning. Safe radiation levels exceeded. Rolling for fortitude save. 5, with no bonus, is 5. Radiation shielding failing.
The entire room disappears in a shimmer as your suit's electromagnetic shielding attempts to compensate, creating your own personal aurora. Your vision clears again as the glowing energy recedes back into the power core. A wave of nausea passes through you, leaving you weak.
You take 2 damage, leaving you with 22 remaining hit points. You are now hampered and take a -2 penalty on your attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. It lasts for 8 hours or until you receive magical healing, like that from a healing serum or spell. Raya takes 2 damage. Raya is now hampered. Clara takes 2 damage. Clara is now hampered.
Well, that was unpleasant. Let's get the hell out of here before it happens again.
What? We can't just leave the power core malfunctioning like this. It could have a total arcanonuclear critical excursion.
Which means what, exactly?
A divergent chain reaction. Supercriticality unrestrained by any magical or magnetic bottle.
She watches the android's blank face for any sign of understanding, then makes an exploding motion with her hands.
Whole ship go boom!
All the more reason for us to finish this mission and get out of here ASAP. Besides, what if you set it off trying to fix it? No, we need to move on.
Do you try to fix the power core? Or race to the next hatch?
You agree with Raya.
Thank you.
You 2 kids can microwave yourselves if you want. I'll just wait out here. Give me a shout if we're all about to die.
Raya looks like she wants to argue, but you kick off of the wall and sail over to the power core. She follows.
I know the theory behind starship power cores, but I've never actually worked on one. I'm more of a software girl.
You don't know anything about starship power cores. You always preferred the messy complexity of living things to the cold formulae of technomancy. But as you peer through the magically shielded window at the glowing core, you can see that a chunk of the apparatus holding it in place has broken free, causing the inner casing to list to the side, unbalanced and wobbling in time with the core's pulsing. You point it out to Raya.
You're right! That's got to be part of the problem. But the whole containment vessel is sealed. There's no way to access it while the core is still active like this, and I don't dare shut it all down. Unless...
She squints, and her antennae uncurl, straining at her helmet as she raises a hand toward the power core. Inside, the broken support wobbles.
It's too heavy!
You know Raya's innate Lashunta telekinesis has excellent control, but it's too weak to be much more than a party trick. Your goddess-granted psychic powers are far stronger, letting you hurl objects at enemies, but also wilder and harder to focus. Perhaps if you pooled your abilities with her control and your strength.
Time to test your mystical understanding.
Oh, here we go.
The mysticism skill represents your knowledge of the fields of magic, as well as religion, spellcasting, and magical items. Rolling for mysticism check. 13, plus 10 mysticism bonus, minus 2 hampered penalty, is 21.
Nice.
You focus your mind on the power core and your soul on the Lady of Graves, letting her divine power flow through you. You magically lift the broken core component upward, shoving it back into place, as Raya's invisible hand guides you.
It's working!
The power core's pulsing evens out into a steady hum as it rebalances, complex fields harnessing and rerouting its dangerous energies. Radiation level now within safe margins, suits may be removed without risk.
We did it!
Clara pokes her head through the doorway.
Huh, I guess you did. Nice.
She leaps gracefully across to the forward hatch.
So now that we've finished this episode of Refurbish My Spaceship, how about we continue onward and see what else wants to kill us?
Raya lifts her nose imperiously, but moves over to the doorway. Clara keys the hatch.
Congratulations. You earned the Core Problem Award for dealing with the Acreon reactor.
Hell yeah.
Keep playing to discover
We didn't
more
want to
awards.
go blow
Progress
up before our
saved.
mission was done.
80% complete. Pause for now.
Oh, we're almost
keep
done.
playing.
Yay.
You find yourself back in normal gravity, standing in a short, T-shaped corridor emblazoned with yet more laser burns. The port branch leads to a normal-looking door, while the starboard one ends in a heavy-duty hatch.
That big one looks like it's part of a midship bulkhead. We'll need to go through there to get to the bridge, so... Hey, what's that?
Raya leans down and picks up a small data pad.
Someone must have dropped it during whatever happened here. Battery's dead, but let me give it some juice.
The data pad lights up, its lock screen a photo collage of a devastatingly attractive Lashunta man in a variety of skimpy costumes.
Oh, that's Jamson Threebeard Lorio.
The Hollow Star?
Yeah. Did you ever see Barbarian Boyfriend? That scene where he fights the Kasarek to save the hatchlings, but it rips off all of his clothes? Whew. I love Denise, but Threebeard can straighten my antenna anytime.
She taps at the phone.
Looks like encryption on this is soft helix biometric. No way to crack it with the gear I've got on me. Oh, but hey, there's a missed voice message. That's outside the security.
She hits the play button and holds up the pad.
Hey, shiphead, it's Garvin again. Quit waxing your engine and call me back already. And call Mom while you're at it. I told her you're just being an inconsiderate lunk, as usual, but she's starting to get worried. As usual.
Caller identification just says Garvin. The timestamp shows it came in shortly before the ship was discovered by station security. That's all I can tell without unlocking it.
She slips the data pad into a pocket.
Waxing your engine.
All right, time for that later. Which way first?
Do you try the heavy-duty hatch? Or go through the normal door?
Heavy hatch.
Raya moves to the heavy hatch.
It's locked, and Oltal's codes aren't working for this one. Let me see.
Raya's eyes glow as she places one hand on the door and the other on the touchscreen. Tiny threads of electricity spider across both.
Ugh, no use. The whole bulkhead's been locked down manually. Captain's access only. Looks like authorization is tied to a physical keycard signature. Too complex for me to spoof.
Oh, yep.
Without it,
That's right. We gotta
I don't
go
think we're
find
getting
it.
through.
Do you try the locked hatch again? Or go through the normal door?
Go through the normal door.
This small locker room is full of battered but sturdy-looking surveying equipment and racks of dust-crusted spacesuits. There's another door in the forward wall, and several metal cabinets line the walls. Most of the lockers are hand-labeled with cryptic acronyms or abbreviations, but one of them is obvious.
Hell yeah, an arms locker!
She grabs you and Raya and drags you over to it like an enthusiastic child. She twists the handle, but it's locked.
Oh, this is cool.
Can either of you get this open? I'm bad at locks. My usual shoot things open method might not be the wisest here.
No, it's totally mechanical. What? I'm only good with electronics.
Do you try to open the lock?
Yes.
You don't know anything about picking locks, but there's an old psychic trick you learned back when you were still an acolyte on Verces. The church where you trained had a locked cupboard where priests kept any contraband confiscated from pupils, and learning to open it was a rite of passage among rebellious students. Maybe a similar method could work here. Stretching in through the keyhole with your mind, you yank hard backward.
Rolling for mysticism check. 11, plus 10
Yeah.
mysticism bonus, minus 2 hampered penalty, is 19.
Designed to open easily from the inside, the door pops open.
Hey, nice work, Bugsy. Always count on a mystic to come up with creative solutions.
Inside the locker are several rows of zero-G weapon racks. Most are empty, likely having been distributed to the crew during whatever battles caused their disappearance. But 2 still hold weapons. Raya begins jamming batteries and ammunition into her bag.
Look at these beauties. The miners who owned this ship must have been in some serious scraps out in near space. Here, you go first. Either of these would be perfect for you.
She withdraws with what looks like a mining pick, though clearly upgraded for use in combat.
This is a seismic pick. It uses sonic vibrations to pierce rock, armor, monster scales. Anything, really. But wait, don't choose yet.
She produces a thin-bladed sword covered in glowing white symbols.
Now this dueling sword is an entirely different beast. It's not as powerful as a seismic pick, but I've seen symbols like these before. I think their magic is particularly disruptive to anything undead.
She looks directly into the lens of Nor's camera drone and winks.
Nothing personal, Ambassador. So what'll it be?
Do you grab the powerful seismic pick? Or the dueling sword that disrupts undead? Dueling sword equipped and added to inventory.
Clara grins and straps the other weapon to her back. Raya begins digging through the jumbled piles of mining equipment.
Hold up a sec. Before we go anywhere, I want to examine some of the gear. The suits are basic EVA, worse than what we're already wearing. But there might be something in this mess that's useful, or gives us a clue.
She returns to sorting through the gear, and Clara turns to you with a strangely open expression you haven't seen on her before.
You don't look like a standard merc, but you've been in combat, I can tell. How do you feel about it? Combat, I mean.
Do you say that you enjoy the thrill of battle? That you fight only when necessary? Or that you haven't really thought about it?
So, I fight only when necessary. Also, I've never taken the dueling sword before, so I just did that. I try to stay out of range.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We all gotta make a living somehow, right?
Melee range, so
It's a rough galaxy out there. I never imagined I'd be in
I'm
combat.
not too worried about it.
Never intended to become a merc. I wanted to... I'm from Liavara. You know it?
What do you say?
No.
Big gas giant just past Triaxis. Sky's full of utopian jelly blimps. Most of it is a sort of nature preserve. But what a lot of folks don't know is that there are a bunch of illegal gas mining platforms hiding down in the atmosphere. That's where I first woke up. You biologicals don't know how good you have it. You get to start out as babies with people to take care of you. Let you learn things slow.
She nods toward your son, Chick-Chick, who watches from the safety of the transparent cradle carrier on your belt.
Androids, though. We never get to be children. That's not how renewal... That's android reproduction. It's not how it works out. Instead, one day some android decides they're tired of living, packs up their soul and heads off to the boneyard, and then... Bam! You wake up in their body with all of their problems, but no idea how the world works. Every android has to hit the ground running and just figure it out. Pretty raw deal. Anyway, Liavara, that's where I first came online, and it pretty much decided things. The mining platform was a rough place, and whoever had this body before me, they hadn't made a lot of friends. I was fighting for my life from the very beginning. And by the time I finally scraped up enough creds to get off that floating hellhole, that was all I knew. Fighting. Fortunately, there were plenty of folks around the Pact Worlds willing to pay me for it. I thought it would be different out here. I mean, Absalom's station, right? Center of the universe. I thought I'd apply to be a steward. A big shot warrior diplomat protecting the Pact Worlds from criminals and keeping rowdy governments in line. A fancy uniform and a big gun. And I never even have to use it because everybody knows you don't mess with a steward. Imagine that. Me wanting to be law enforcement. Stupid dream, right?
What do you say?
Not at all.
You really think so?
She stares at you, unblinking, and you're suddenly struck by the electric blue of her eyes.
Doesn't matter anyway. I got a rap sheet a mile long at this point. No way the stewards would ever take me. Then you showed up with this camera drone, and I thought, maybe if I could show the worlds what I can do.
She shakes her head violently and turns away.
Hey, Greenie, you about done here? I don't want to get busted for murder if you die of old age.
Raya straightens from where she'd been crouched, sorting through the gear.
Well, I managed to find a few personal electronics, but nothing with any information about what happened here. Everything else is just surveying equipment. Let's check out the next room.
Progress saved. 90% complete.
You find yourself in a small, nicely appointed cabin with a large window showing the stars. A narrow bed and dresser are both built into one wall, while a desk with a built-in computer terminal has been bolted to the floor in the middle of the room. Dominating the space is an 8-foot-long, several-foot-high plastic shipping container. Raya races over and checks the small destination readout on the container's side.
This is addressed to the Eoxian embassy. We found Ambassador Nor's package.
Yep.
Huh. Looks like the captain's cabin to me. Must have brought it here for safekeeping.
Nor's drone zips forward and hovers above the shipping container.
Do you hack the computer? Search the room? Or open the crate?
Raya moves over to the desk terminal and begins typing.
Let's try those access codes again. All right. Let's see what we've got.
Raya spends a
Nice.
long moment skimming through file directories while you wait impatiently, then shrugs.
Well, it's not everything I hoped for. Looks like it's been cut off from the rest of the ship controls, and the actual logs are only accessible from the bridge. But I was able to get into some of the captain's messages and files. Most of it is pretty boring. Manifests, coordinates of different mining sites. But it sounds from the messages like they found a rock in the drift and had begun preliminary explorations of it. They were specifically interested in some sort of geodes and bringing back samples. I'm betting those would be the no-qual cocoons we found earlier. The next thing I see is an all-hands alert to abandon ship, but it doesn't say to where. But hey, at least if they evacuated, it means they're not all dead.
Such an optimist. Calm down, Greenie. It just means they're not dead. Here.
Do you search the room? Open the crate? Or leave?
She does have a good point. They're not all dead there.
You and the others begin going through the captain's personal items. You take the wardrobe, Raya takes the desk, and Clara tears apart the neatly made bed.
Rolling for perception check. 16, plus 10 perception bonus, minus 2
Nice.
hampered penalty, is 24.
The wardrobe contains several identical, neatly pressed gray jumpsuits with the name Arandes stenciled on the breast, plus 2 sets of civilian clothes with a surprising quantity of glittery sequins. In the pocket of one set of pants, you find a cred stick.
Credit balance increased to 675.
Raya straightens from
Nice.
where she's going through the desk drawers and holds up a white magnetic
Hey,
key
look at
card
that.
on a lanyard.
10 credits says this gets us through that bulkhead door.
She tosses it to you.
Captain's keycard added to inventory.
Nice find, Greenie.
You and Raya both look over at Clara, who pauses in the act of slitting open the captain's mattress, covering the floor with crumbled foam.
What? I'm just being thorough.
Do you open the crate? Or leave?
Now we're gonna try to leave. I want to show you what happens.
You turn to leave.
Whoa, 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 that's it? We've been looking all over the ship for this package, and you're just gonna leave it without seeing what's inside?
I guess it's not really ours to inspect. We can come back and haul it out once Nor sends us a new shuttle.
To hell with that!
Before you can stop her, Clara aims her rifle at the crate's controls and fires.
Hey!
With a hiss of a hermetic seal breaking, the crate's
She's
lid
kind of a
splits
bitch
open,
like that.
its two halves retracting smoothly back inside it. Clara leans in eagerly to look, and then stumbles backward, rifle raised defensively.
What exactly is your buddy smuggling here?
Cautiously, you step forward and peek into the crate. Inside is a long, transparent polycarbonate capsule shaped much like a coffin, an impression only heightened by its occupant. Lying serenely in the capsule's center is a skeletal humanoid wearing a crisp military uniform. As you lean in, ghostly lights flare to life in the eye sockets of its oversized skull. The corpse glares up at you.
Who in the burning skies are you?
Oh, man.
Congratulations. You earned the Norse Package Award for finding Norse Package on the Acreon. Keep playing to discover more awards.
Progress saved. 100% complete. Would you like to hear the episode credits? Or continue to episode 4?
Credits, and then we're done with this one.
This concludes the Starfinder Alexa Adventure, Dead Sons, Episode 3, Ghost Ship. Written by James L. Sutter. Based on the tabletop adventure, Incident at Absalom Station, by Robert G. McCreary. Kevin Paizo as the narrator.
Elizabeth Evans as Raya Danviri.
Laura Bailey as Clara 247.
Lauren Fortgang as Ibiza Escalar.
The Starfinder role-playing game is copyright 2019 by Paizo Inc., all rights reserved.
Congratulations. You have completed episode 3 as Keskadai.